again, and everyone, welcome to the Studio 43. JB alongside Coach Nate and Matt. Wow, talk about that game we just saw.
You just call me a fool?
Did I say that? Did I slip up? Okay, go. Hey, let's go to highlights.
Let's get to the highlights. We have the bucking Broncos against the Philadelphia Eagles in this third quarter. Jalen Hurts, how about this? Saquon Barkley, 47 yards to the house. Didn't do much on the ground, but that was a touchdown in the air. It was 17-3 at that point. The Broncos closing in. Then Bo Nix hits Evan Ingram. They would go for two. They would take the lead. How about this? A bold play right there. Troy Franklin two-point conversion was successful. All right, but still, Jalen Hurts, he has a shot. And that shot is going to be in the back of the end zone Hail Mary, and it is incomplete. Both of his wide receivers had a chance at that. Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown. So, yes, the Denver Broncos, they go to Philly and beat the undefeated no more, Philadelphia Eagles.
You know who else was bucking? The Cowboys.
Ooh.
The Cowboys were bucking today. Javonte Williams right here off the right side for the 5-yard touchdown run. Basically goes in untouched until he finishes it hard at the goal line. And then later it's Dak Prescott going over the top off the play-action pass. 43 yards down the field to George Pickens. Beautiful slightly push up there. That's okay. That's all right. It's good for the touchdown. Dallas took care of business today. 37-22, another big day for Dak Prescott, 18 of 29, 237 yards. All right, let's go over in the NFC East, stay there, and take out the Giants, who were not bucking today, okay? Saints, Jackson Dart making his second start right here. It started pretty well, shot right down the middle. He finds Theo Johnson right there. That was Theo Johnson's second touchdown of the day. Spencer Rattler, your boy, Coach, he's going deep right here. He's going to find, who is it? Rashid Shaheed for the 87-yard touchdown catch. Giants have a chance late in this ball game. Cam Scatterhoo going to be going up the middle. Oh, a little punch out right there. Fumbles. Saints take care of business, return this one all the way to the house. They win 26-14. Congratulations. First win for head coach Kellen Moore. First win for Spencer Rattler as a starter. Saints get the job done at home.
You know, Bill, let me just ask you, please, if you don't mind. So the narratives on these victories, when you look at Denver, what's your narrative on them?
Well, I mean, I think Denver's been a team that hasn't been able to finish, right? I mean, I think the two games they've lost on walk-off field goals. So it's a team that's going to battle you to the end. I think this is a very, very signature win for them. And I can tell you what, I give a lot of credit to that two-point play, because that's sitting there looking at you at the end of the game. Instead of Philadelphia only needing a field goal, all they had an outscored touchdown. I think Tony talked about this sense of urgency. It just changed the whole mindset as you sit there as a quarterback in those situations. So a lot of kudos right there for Sean Payton going for two.
Yeah,
that's a call. And you know what? Kudos to Bo Nix too, right? There's big wins that you have early in your career, going on the road, taking down the defending champs. And you look at it right here, solid day, but the second half, 14 of 18, 163, a touchdown pass, no turnovers right there. And I think it is the big plays down the stretch. You think of some of those third downs where you find ways to get completions. That's one of the things that I think you make a jump as a young player. When you go on the road, you beat a really good football team. On the other side of it, Philadelphia had chances. The missed pass interference call at the end of the game cost them. I mean, that was, in my opinion, obvious, clear and obvious pass interference where they have an opportunity late in that ball game to get it. All in all, this is the game we expected. We thought both of these teams were very good coming into it, and it played out that way.
Yeah, no doubt. And let's look at this last play right here. The Broncos, they're only going to rush three. They want to drop everybody back in the car. This is the second to the last play. This is the one that you were talking about, Matt. Now check out Skinner. He's going to grab Goddard right by his left shoulder pad and really essentially just pull him down. And it's one of those spots that the ref could not see, so they didn't throw the flag. Now, we could point to that play and say, well, if they were closer after that PI, then maybe they score easily. But they've had so many opportunities in this game. And the last opportunity is the Hail Mary. Check it out once again. The Broncos rush three, patiently waiting, and then they rush somebody late to speed up the clock to Jalen Hurts.
Perfect throw.
Yeah, and then Devontae and A.J. Brown go up and get it. Check this out. It hits
both of them.
Both of them. And it almost seems like A.J. Brown was behind Devontae. Could have been a little friendly fire knocking it out of his teammates' hands. But this is a game of two halves. In the beginning of this game, the first half, it was the Eagles controlling the narrative. And what were they doing? They were very intentional about throwing their receivers the ball. We talked about it. A.J. Brown was getting targets. Devontae Smith was getting targets. And we joked about it at halftime. What are you going to do in the second half? Are you going to feed your running back Saquon Barkley? Now, they did throw him that long ball in the air, but going into the half, he had 5 carries.
Yeah.
He ended the game with 6.
Yeah.
So if you have a lead, you're at home, and your identity is let's control the ground, control the clock, control the game. Why not just lean on your guys? You made your point. You fed your wide receivers, and trust me, come on. Why? Where my camera? Where my camera? I don't want A.J. Brown or Devontae to get. You know, I want you to get all the rocks you can. It's no breaking news to me. Wide receivers want the rock, and we want the money. I hope you get both. But when you need to win the game, you close it out, like you said, with your running back. I don't see why you just give Saquon 1 carry in the second half. Well, it doesn't make sense to me.
To put a bow on your point, they had 44 pass attempts and just 11 rushing attempts, the Philadelphia Eagles. They came into the game leading the league in percentage of rushing plays on offense. We have to give credit, though, to Vance Joseph and Denver's defense.
No doubt. Yes.
Taking Philadelphia out of that, controlling the line of scrimmage on the defensive side of the ball. Philly's offensive line is banged up. They've got different guys in there playing different positions. Landon Dickerson, ankle issue, all of those things. But credit to Denver's defense for coming in. Talk about the sacks. 6 sacks on Jalen Hurts. Nick Benito, Tony and Jim were talking about him during the game. Came out, had a hell of a performance. 2.5 sacks. Really good against the run when they did run it as well.
Yeah. Well, this is where Nick Sirianni's got to be able to control that narrative, because we talked about winning masked a lot of the issues that have come out. We've seen the hidden messages that came out there from A.J. Brown and but we're okay. But everyone else talking about what's happening in our passing game. We can't pass. Okay, you got your passing game. But last year, remember, this football team was 2nd in the league in time of possession. Why? Because they handed that rock to Saquon Barkley.
No doubt.
And when they needed the passing game, it was there. They have now gone down. They were 14th coming in today, and today only had time of possession 26 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, so they were dominated from that side of the ball. And this is not the formula. This is not who they are built to be. This is the defense, again, with Vic Fangio. They're going to make the plays they need to make. You're going to keep those guys happy, but Saquon Barkley is your cowbell. And that's the guy you don't want to get away from, because that's the identity of who you are right now. And, so it's 4-1. You can't feed everybody. And right now, for Nick Sirianni, he'll do a good job of controlling the narrative to this team.
And quick turnaround a Thursday night.
Yeah, and you can always use more cowbell.
Yeah.
And I had mentioned to you before, I said, Bill, Sean Payton is a hell of a coach.
No question.
I mean, absolutely, there's no question about that. Give him credit. And you know what? Here he is speaking to his team post-game.
I want to say something, man. We came here to win a game. And I can't tell you, and I know on behalf of the coaches and ownership, everyone else, how proud we are of the way you played today. When you play a team like that, it's never going to be perfect. But, man, not once did we flinch. And that's what you have to do, all right, to beat a team like that. You did it. You did it.
I love that.
Sean's real. He's not afraid to take some chances. He'll take all the blame on him. He said it after when he lost that game to the Indianapolis Colts. He didn't blame the call. You know what he said? We should not have been rushing that field goal kicker at that time. They got called with a leverage call. The kicker got another chance. They lost the game, but he just took it right on him. So I have so much respect for what Sean Payton is building right now. And you look at that division, Kansas City, Denver, L.A. Chargers, it's going to be a heck of a race.
I love what he said in the locker room, because it's easy to come in and nitpick. You can be a coach in that moment. All right, guys, here's what we should have did. Here's what I should have did. Here's a move we should have made. But he said, you know what? When you're beating a good team, it's not going to be perfect.
Yeah.
We got the dub on the road up against who some say is the best team in football. Let's get on this plane and let's go home. That's all that matters.
Sean has guts. He showed it going for 2 in that situation right there, but he also has the chops to coach a young quarterback. That short sack at the end of the game, being aggressive, hoping for a passing route to come open to get the touchdown, but coaching him up to get that short sack at the end, that's excellent football.